So I was asked to talk a little bit about leadership in our profession, and I'm not going to talk about running a geoengineering company, which I've done for much of my career, and what it takes in that endeavor. Instead, I'm going to share 8 attributes that I think will help make you a better leader. And when I say you, I mean everybody here, whether you're a student, a professor, a junior engineer, senior engineer, partner, contractor, supplier, regulator, whatever you might be. And I'm particularly focusing this talk on students and early career professionals. And these are some of the things in my career working a lot with young people I've seen can be helpful to them as they advance their career. So, there we go. I've got 8 attributes. My first is good leaders exhibit strong moral character and ethical behavior. Why is this important? There are a number of reasons, but I'm just going to describe one. Moral and ethical people want to associate with moral and ethical leaders. If you want moral and ethical people to be on your team, to follow you, to rally with you, to help you, you must exhibit exemplary behavior. If you think you have a moral dilemma, how might you judge whether you're acting morally and ethically? Well, ask one of 2 questions. If my actions were on the front page of the newspaper that all my friends read, would I be proud for them to see what I had done? Or closer to home, you could ask yourself, if my family knew what I had done, would they be proud of me and the way I behaved? Those 2 questions, you can remember them. They're easy. I'll drive home this first leadership attribute with this wonderful quote from Dr. Martin Luther King. The time is always right to do what is right. That's so powerful. The time is always right to do what is right. My second leadership attribute is this: be compassionate and be yourself. These are really 2 attributes that I've linked together. Would you not agree with me that you feel better when the people you're interacting with, they're genuine and they're compassionate towards you? Would you also agree with me that when you are genuine and compassionate to someone, it brings the 2 of you together? The spiritual leader, Dalai Lama, has famously said, "Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive." Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Today, more than ever, we need more of that in society. The third leadership attribute I want to share with you is this: respect everyone and encourage those in your circle to be respectful as well. Everyone wants to be respected, and everyone making an honest effort in their career in what they do, they deserve our respect. Think about yourself and how you feel when others show you respect. Respect is a powerful motivator, and it's a powerful leadership attribute. On this topic, the American memoirist and poet Maya Angelou said, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. However, people will never forget how you made them feel. And if you made them feel respected, they will never forget you, and they will never forget the way you treated them." My fourth leadership attribute: ask questions and listen more than you talk. One of the most important ways we can show respect is to be a good listener. In conversations, do you find yourself formulating your response before the other person has stopped speaking? If so, and I suspect that's true for many of us here, it's a common trait, then you're not listening. You're thinking about what you want to say. The plain truth is that too many of us talk too much, and too few of us listen enough. If you want to make a person feel appreciated and valued, encourage them by asking open-ended questions and then listen. Listen very carefully and internalize what they're saying. To help you remember this leadership attribute, here's a sparsely worded quote from the famous American author Ernest Hemingway, who some of you may know was known for his sparse and straightforward writing style. He sparsely said, "Most people never listen. When people talk, listen completely. When people talk, listen completely." This is Hemingway's admonition. Number 5 on my list is this: through your actions, lead by example. We all know the idiom that actions speak louder than words, and that is certainly true when it comes to leadership. Here, the question is, how do you take an ethical, compassionate, and respectful organization, the things I just talked about, and at the same time, make it a high-functioning one? How do we bring these things together? The key, in my opinion, is through the example that you set for all of those around you. You can't expect people to work hard if you don't work hard. You can't expect people to do high-quality work if they don't see you trying to do very high-quality work. You can't expect people to be at their best if they don't see you trying to be at your best. And you can't expect people to help others and to care if they don't see you helping others and if they don't see you caring. I hope you get my point. On this attribute, the philosopher and missionary Albert Schweitzer said, "The 3 most important ways to lead people are by example, and by example." Schweitzer is clear in letting us know the importance of leadership by example. Attribute number 6, build, coach, and inspire high-functioning teams. As an effective leader, you've learned the skill of building, coaching, and inspiring winning teams. You have learned that winning teams are not necessarily made up of just all-star players. To use a sports analogy, in your organization, the team is the star, not the individual. It's a we, not me attitude. This has truly been one of the things that has underpinned our firm's development over the past 40 years, from a startup to nearly 2,000 people. Old-timers in the room, a few of you, maybe Ed Kavazanjian from Long Island, might remember this quote from the colorful baseball coach Casey Stengel. He said, "Getting good players is easy, getting them to play together is hard." That's where leadership comes in. Getting good players is easy, getting them to play together is hard. Old Casey knew how to turn a phrase. And I want to share this second quote on inspiration. I think about this one very often. It's really important. Former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt said, "A good leader inspires people to have confidence in the leader. A great leader inspires people to have confidence in themselves." And you know, when I listened to Kyle Rollins last night talking about his relationship to Harry Seed, isn't that exactly what he was talking about? How Harry helped Kyle have confidence in himself? I encourage you as leaders to try to build confidence in all those people in your circle and all the people that you interact with. My 7th leadership attribute is this: you need to be results-oriented and get things done. Good leaders know how to get things done, whether it's a homework assignment, a research project, an engineering project, a construction project, building a company, building an organization, whatever it might be. Leaders know how to get things done. To help you remember this attribute, I share this quote from famous U.S. inventor Thomas Edison. He said, "Success is no accident. It's hard work and getting things done. Learning, studying, and most of all, loving what you do. Success is no accident. It's hard work, getting things done, and embracing what you do and loving it." My eighth and final leadership attribute is this: persevere, always persevere. And we had the most remarkable example of that today in Terry Fox. Unbelievable. It was touching. Persevere, always. We have all heard the phrases try and try again and never give up. These are what it means to persevere. In observing geoprofessional leaders, perseverance is a common attribute. I know it's been that for me in my 40 years at Geosyntec. Apple co-founder and longtime CEO Steve Jobs had a great observation about the value of perseverance. He said, "I'm convinced that about half of what separates the successful entrepreneur from the non-successful one is pure perseverance." So with that, to close, here are my 8 commandments to help you to be an effective leader in the geo profession. Exhibit strong moral character and ethical behavior. Be compassionate and be yourself. Respect everyone and encourage the same from others. Ask questions and listen more than you talk. Through your actions, lead by example. Build, coach, and inspire high-functioning teams. Get things done, be results-oriented, and persevere always. Thank you.